Good morning, friends. This is Malleshwari, Computer Science faculty from the BCA department. Okay, in this session, we are going to discuss about the topic key management. Okay, the subtopic. So, in this key management session, we will discuss what is the need of the KDC, what is the need of the key distribution center, and then how this KDC can create a session key between the two parties. These things we are going to discuss in this session. Okay, students. So already we know, like in a asymmetric cryptography, how the key, which key we need in asymmetric cryptography, which keys we need. Okay, so in a symmetric cryptography, to make a in a symmetric cryptography, okay, okay, in a symmetric key cryptography, to establish a transaction between A and B, okay, A and B, we need keys. Okay, we need secret key at the sender. Here in a symmetric key cryptography, to establish a communication between A and B, we need a keys. So here for encryption side, okay, at the sender side, for the encryption we are using one key. At the receiver side, to decrypt this message we are using one key. These two same keys are sorry, these two keys are same. Okay, so that is a sorry, symmetric cryptography. Okay, so the one key is shared among between these two parties. Okay, so that is a symmetric cryptography. In asymmetric cryptography, here encryption side, in asymmetric cryptography, A and B are two parties. To make a transaction between A and B, we use two different keys. At the sender side is one key and the receiver side is other key. So two different keys we used. Okay, so that is asymmetric key. In this session, we are going to discuss about the how the in a symmetric cryptography, one key is shared among the two parties. Okay, one key is shared among the two persons. These things we are going to discuss. Okay. However, in previous chapter we didn't discuss how the secret key is sharing among the two parties. This session we are going to discuss about that one. Okay, so this chapter will touches the secret key in symmetric cryptography. So here which thing we are going to discuss, how the distribution of symmetric keys is happening between the two parties by using the trusted third party. Here A B is there. These two parties want to communicate with each other. Okay, here we are using the symmetric cryptography. So this transaction can be, okay, then this can be happen under the third party, that is a trusted third party. This trusted third party only distributing the keys among these two parties, among A and B. Okay, the two parties, first the two parties can establish a symmetric, the two parties can establish a symmetry between the themselves without using a trusted third party. See, we'll see. So here for that one only we are using the key management. This, what is the key management means? A key management is the way how we manage the cryptographic keys in a crypto systems. Okay, so in a crypto systems, if you want, if the transaction or else message transaction, if you want to establish means, here we need a key management. Okay, so this management, this key management only making all the transaction between A and B. Okay, so in this key management, it includes the dealing with the key generation. Okay, dealing with the key generation, exchanging the key between two parties, and storing of that keys, and using of the keys, and key replacement. So these things, all these things can be managed by the key as a KDC only, key distribution center only. Okay, the successful key management is a critical to security of the crypto systems. Okay, so how if the key management wants to be success means, it should make a connection between A and B without any problem. So that is the main task of the key management. Okay, in a symmetric key cryptography, it is a more efficient than the asymmetric key for sharing the large messages. Okay, in both systems we need keys, but in symmetric key, one key that is sharing among the two parties. It is a very difficult task for the key management. Okay, the symmetric key cryptography, however, needs a shared secret key between two parties. Okay, two parties are there. Okay, two parties, A and B. These two parties want to communicate with each other, so that time one shared key is enough. Suppose in a system, in an organization, like four parties are there. These four parties want to communicate with each other. Okay, like now we'll see how many session keys we need among these four parties. So here, to communicate between two parties, okay, both sides, either A want to communicate with B or B want to communicate with A, one session key is enough. Okay, so that is one thing. Next, if A, A, B, C, D, these four people wants to communicate with each other. Now we'll see how many session keys we need. So A want to communicate with B, one key, and then A want to communicate with C, A want to communicate with D. So total three keys we need for A. So now B. So already one session key is already one try. This key we established. So no need other session key. And then here the communication should happen means one session key, for here one session key. So for B, two session keys at B. Next C, already A is A C communication established, A B C communication established. Next C D. So here one session. So already communication sessions created. So this total how many keys? 3 plus 2 plus 1, total 6 keys. Okay, here in the among these four parties, if the communication is happened means, here we require 6 session keys. Okay, so we'll see the formula here. Okay, for n people we need n into n minus 1 shared keys. For n people, n into n minus 1 shared keys we need. So we'll see, we saw that example, 4 people are there, they want to communicate with each other. How many session keys we need? They need 6 session keys. We'll see, we'll apply this formula. So total number of people 4, 4 minus 1 in minus 3 by 2, 2 ones are 2 twos are 4, total 6. Okay, this formula is used to find out the number of shared secret keys among the n different people. Okay, so this one. Okay, so here we have to see how many number of session keys needed between the parties, and then the distribution of key is another problem. Okay, how the key is distributing among the people, so that is things we have to deal. So for this problem we are using the third party, we are using the third trusted party. Okay, next see here, for that third trusted party is a KDC. So key distribution center. Key distribution center is solving our problem. Problem is how many number of keys we need, how the keys are distributing among the parties. So this can be solved by using the KDC. Okay, by using the KDC. So what is this KDC means? KDC is a practical solution that uses as a trusted third party, that acts as a trusted third party. Okay, so to reduce the number of keys, each person establishes shared key with the KDC. Okay, here we are, the person is establishing a shared key with the KDC. See here, 6 persons are there, they want to communicate with each other. So total how many session key we need? 6 into 5 by 2 means 15 session keys we need. Okay, 15 session keys we need. See, Alice is there and 6 different persons are there. What they will do? They will contact with the KDC, then KDC in turn contact with them, and then the process now we'll see. Okay, secret key is established between between the KDC and each other member. Okay, between the KDC and each other member, first session key, secret key is used. Okay, so each person is having their own secret keys. Okay, now what is our task? A want to communicate with B. A want to communicate with B. So here we need a session key. There are two different keys we are talking. So that is the secret key and session key. Secret key is used to like a member want to communicate with KDC. So that time secret key we are using. Okay, and then when the Alice wants to communicate with Bob, so that time we are using the session key. Okay, we are using the session key. How this is we are using, now we'll see. Okay, secret key is established between KDC and member. Next, now suppose we'll see one example. Alice can send a confidential message to Bob with the following process. Suppose Alice wants to send a message to Bob. Okay, Alice wants to send a confidential secret message to Bob. So that time what is the process? Okay, first what we'll do, okay, so that time first what the thing is happening, first A communicates. Okay, first A sends a request to the KDC by using A's secret key. Okay, here by using the A's secret key, A is sending the request to KDC center. Okay, to KDC. Okay, next why he is sending, he wants to communicate with B. So request is sending to KDC. Yeah, I want to talk with the Bob. I need a session key, like that. It is sending the request to the KDC. Okay, needs a session secret key with Bob. So that time what the this one will do, the KDC informs about A's request to the Bob. Okay, KDC is informing about this request to Bob. Okay, here what the KDC, if B accepts, if B is ready to talk with A, so that time B can send his authentication himself to KDC by using his secret key. Here the communication between B and KDC, A and B is happening by using the secret keys of their self. Okay, if A is ready, then he will send the authentication. Yeah, A can talk with me, like that. Next, then what he will do now, this KDC can create the session key. By using this session key, A can communicate with the B. Okay, so this one, Bob agrees, the session key is created between them. So this is a process. Okay, so this is a process. B, A can send the request to KDC, and then K asks whether B is ready to communicate with A. If A agrees, then session key is created. By using the session key, these two parties can communicate with each other. Okay. When the number of people using the KDC increases, okay, like more persons are there, A, B, C, D, okay, more number of people are there. So that time, okay, so this time when the number of people using the KDC, so that time KDC increases and then system becomes unmanageable. Okay, so that time what will happen, the system become unmanageable, the server will go down. Okay, so that time what will happen now, that's why we are using the different, why we are using the multiple KDC. Okay, we are using the multiple KDCs means multiple KDCs, key distribution center we are using. So that types there are, we are classifying that one into two types. So that is flat multiple KDCs and hierarchical multiple KDCs. Now we'll see first flat multiple KDCs. Okay, this one. So there are different peoples, and then here what we are doing, we are dividing each one as a domain. Okay, each one as a domain, like this Alice is one domain, Bob is one domain, like that. Now A want to communicate with means first he send it request to nearest KDC. Then in turn it will communicate with other, and then the session is created among between A and B. This is a flat multiple KDC. Okay. Next, hierarchical multiple KDC. So this is a hierarchical multiple KDC. Okay, suppose A is in one country, B is another country, Alice is in one country, Bob is in another country. So now Alice wants to communicate with the Bob. Alice wants to send a confidential message to Bob. So that time what he will do? Alice can send his message. Okay, Alice can send his message to the local KDC. Okay, sorry, local KDC center. Okay, so and then the local KDC can send the Alice request to the like this hierarchy, this one, this way. Okay, in this way. So Alice sends a request to the local KDC, which relays the request to the okay, which relays the request to the national KDC. Okay, national KDC. Next, the national KDC which forwards it to the international KDC. Okay, Alice, local KDC, next national KDC, and then international KDC, like this, the vice versa. Okay, so the request is then relayed all the way down to the local KDC where Bob lives, like same, like. Okay, so this is a hierarchical multiple KDCs. Okay, hierarchical multiple KDC. Okay, this one. So like this, the session key is creating among the different parties. Okay, the KDC, who is creating the session key here? KDC is creating the session keys among the people. Okay, for each other. This secret key can be used. I told secret key is different, session key is different. Okay, secret key, like a member wants to communicate with center, and then like this, and then person, if there is a communication between person to person, that time we need the session keys only. So that session key is created by the KDC. The secret key can be used only between the member and the KDC, not between the two members. Okay, this one. Then the session symmetric key between two parties is used only once. One session key, okay, one time. If second time, if A want to communicate with B, other session key is going to create. So thank you so much.